Hi guys, it is me, Affinity, and I am back for, from the dark hours. So this week's theme is favorite anime or show, and I'm gonna be talking about one of my favorite animes, which is Elfen Lied. I actually have five top favorite, which is Elfen Lied, Tokyo Ghoul, High School of the Dead, Rosario Vampire, and Vampire Knight. So yeah, but my favorite one is Elfen Lied because it is the first anime I ever watched, and it will always be my favorite anime. My friend did introduce me to this anime when at school. She showed me a couple episodes, and I was like really into it. So when I got home, the first thing I did was watch the anime, and I did finish it really fast. I like binge watched like the whole. I think it's just one season. I think it's either 13 or 14 episodes. I did watch this like a long time ago, so it's kind of like blurry, but I do remember quite a lot from it. And I'm not really gonna I'm gonna try my best not to spoil anything, but I probably am, because then what would be the point, right? But just beware that I do suck at explaining things. So yeah, this anime is basically about these mutants that are like, they're called Diconius, and they have like horns and they're sticking out of their head, and they have these things called vectors, which are like basically like invisible hands that vibrate like at such a high frequency that they do end up slicing just through about anything. And they come from, they're like from their back, and they're in, invisible, yeah, invisible, that's the word I'm looking for. And but um when the anime first starts, they do have the main girl, her name is called Lucy. She has long red hair that she ends up chopping off. But anyway, she has red hair, and like when the anime first starts, it's like straight up gore. Like there's people being killed by her and blood everywhere. There's this guy that's in the, like, I don't know what it's called, corporation or like institution. I don't know what to call this thing where they have this, where they have them. But she ends up like being set loose by this guy. Like he helps her escape, not directly, but he does ends up opening the doors, and she ends up killing like a lot of people that get in her way with her vectors. And like there's this point where she's about to escape. She does escape, but she's like at this cliff type of thing, and they're trying to like shoot her. So she dies because she is really dangerous. But they end up missing because she ends up turning like right at the scope where they're like trying to shoot her. And so the guy that's gonna shoot her, like he gets like scared, so he ends up like missing. But like I keep saying that too many. It's Anyways, moving on. She ends up falling into the ocean, and she ends up like drifting into the beach where this guy named Koda and his cousin, I forgot her name, they find her, right? And she's naked and she's hurt, like, because they did shoot her. She did get hurt, but not severely. And so they find her, and they like the guy gives her his shirt, so she get worried because she doesn't know how to speak yet. All she keeps saying is Mew. So they end up naming her that, but her real name is Lucy. So they end up taking her in, but something, like when she's already at their house, something happens between Koda and Lucy. They get into like a small fight. So like she ends up running off back to the beach, and at the same time they're looking for her, like where she escaped from. They're looking for her because she is really dangerous. But right now she's not like in her dangerous stage because she doesn't remember anything right now, because she has like a double personality type of thing where she's evil or where she isn't. So she's at the beach, and they find her, and they try to like, the guy that's after her is trying to like get her to like fight back, but she right now she's, someone's cutting the yard. Anyways, the guy finds her, and she's trying to like fight her, but she doesn't know how to fight yet because she's like on this stage where she doesn't remember anything yet. But she does get to a point where she like goes back into like being evil. So she does end up killing one of the guys that was with him, and she ends up like cutting off his like one of his arms and his legs, and she stabs his eyes. And throughout like the whole anime, they are searching for her, and like the guy ends up finding out, like Koda ends up finding out that they're looking for her. At first he doesn't know why. He doesn't end up finding out why till like towards the very end. And it's kind of trippy because you find out like when Koda and Lucy were children, they knew each other. Like she was there. Like I don't think they ever really explained how she got there, because it starts where she's at the institution or whatever. So they never really explain the part where how she got to know Kodo when they were small, but they were both little, and there's like a lot of memories that he like suppressed because a lot of things happened to her. Like his sister was killed and his dad were killed by her, but because it was so shocking to him, he like blocked it out and like keeps telling everyone that they died car crash and being sick or something like that, like different excuses. But yeah, it's like a really good anime, and if you guys are like into gory stuff like that, you guys should really watch it. And because it is my favorite anime, and I do recommend it a lot. It's only like 14 episodes, and every episode's like 24 minutes long, but it is really good. And I don't really want to go into like the rest because I am gonna end up telling you guys the whole thing, and I think you guys should just watch it. So yeah, if you guys have any anime that you would like to recommend to me, I would really appreciate that, because I just finished one called Gate, and I don't know what to do with my life now, and I'm trying to find a new anime, but it's like really hard for me to find an anime that interests me. And yeah, I'm gonna go before this video is longer, but yeah, just leave recommendations down there in the, what's it called, the comments. But I will be leaving my social medias and the, I forgot the thing's called, but you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, bye guys, see you next week.